Hello there, I thought I'd come to you very quickly with a poem for Poetry Thursday. And the weather here in the UK is incredibly, well, quite unusually hot and humid. And so I thought I'd try and read a poem that kind of expresses or sort of describes the kind of weather that I'm longing for at the moment. A little cooler, much more wind and rain and things like that, which just sounds like paradise at the moment. So I thought I'd read a poem simply called Wind by Ted Hughes, and it goes like this. Wind. This house has been far out at sea all night, the woods crashing through darkness, the booming hills, wind stampeding the fields under the window, floundering black astride the blinding wet, till day rose. Then, under an orange sky, the hills had new places, and the wind wielded blade light, luminous black and emerald, flexing like the lens of a mad eye. At noon I scaled along the house side as far as the coal house door. Once I looked up through the burnt wind that dented the balls of my eyes. The tent of the hills drummed and strained its guy rope. The fields quivering, the skyline a grimace, at any second to bang and vanish with a flap. The wind flung a magpie away, and a black-back gull bent like an iron bar slowly. The house rang like some fine green goblet in the note that any second would shatter it. Now deep in chairs, in front of the great fire, we grip our hearts and cannot entertain book, thought, or each other. We watch the fire blazing, and feel the roots of the house move, but sit on, seeing the window tremble to come in, hearing the stones cry out under the horizons. So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. I really love the violence and physicality of the way the wind is described in this poem, and the way in which the hills and the horizon, the fields are almost like a tent just flapping in the wind. That the landscape is reduced to that because of the strength of this wind. It's totally over the top and overblown, but I love it, and the image of it tied at its tight ropes. It reminds me of memories of camping and trying to put a tent down in the middle of a gale and things like that. And then at the end, seeing the window tremble to come in, hearing the stones cry out under the horizons. So the people in this poem are safe inside the house to an extent. They're still anxious, they can't really think of anything, they can only sit by the fire and just try not to be totally overwhelmed by this force that's battering against the house. And then the windows of the house themselves are trembling to come in, as the window is maybe rattling with the wind. It's almost as if the house itself could fall apart, that it actually wants some of the shelter that it actually offers to these people. And yeah, I just love it, and I'd love for there to be a little more wind at the moment. I think hopefully the weather might break some point around the weekend, but I thought I'd share that poem with you for Poetry Thursday. But yeah, until the next video, I hope you're doing well, and thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.